Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's C programming tutorial, we are going to dive into operators. So this operators is pretty simple but super useful in many situations. So let's get into it. Alright, so before we get into coding, let's understand what operators are. So what is operator in C? In C, operators in C are symbols that perform operations on variables or values. So in previous video, we learned about variables. What is variable? Variable is a container where we can store the value. So operators is a symbol where we can work with variable and values. There is operations between variables and values. So this is a symbol. Based on the numbers of operators, are classified into three types. So first type is unary operator, second is binary operator, and third is ternary operator. So in unary operator, we use only one operand, but in binary, two operands, and ternary, three operands. So this is the types and operators. So operators in C are the symbols that perform operations on variables and values. Then the types unary, binary, and ternary. Next, so next slide. What is unary operator since? So, as the name suggests, unary means these operators operate only one operand. They can be used to perform operations like incrementing a value or negating a value or even working with a pointer. In C, unary operators are operators that operates on a single operand. They are used to perform operations such as incrementing or decrementing a value, changing its sign, or manipulating pointers. Here's the breakdown of different types of unary operators. So at first, there is increment and decrement operators. Second, unary plus and unary minus. Third, logical not. And fourth, address of operator. So in increment and decrement operator, there are types like there are pre-increment and post-increment, and in decrement operators, there are pre-increment and post-increment. No. So let's go to the next slide. So there we talk about increment and decrement operators. So what is increment operator and what is decrement operator? So in increment operator or decrement operator, the main thing is it increase or decrease value of a variable by one. So there are different types of increment and different types of two types of increment and two types of decrement. So at first there is post increment and pre increment, and second type there is post decrement and pre decrement. So what is the post increment? The value of A is used first, then it's incremented. Let's take an example like int A equal to 5. So A plus plus is what? It it, it prints, then increments A. Prints what? Prints 5, the value of A. So A plus plus prints the value of A, then increment A. So it's like uh, it is A plus plus is printing 5, prints 5, then increments A, then the uh, in A plus plus there in the memory block there we store 6, but it prints 5. So post increment plus plus A. What is that? The value of A is incremented first, then it sinks. It is also opposite of in post increment, like plus plus A. It increments C A, then prints 6. So what is we store in A? We store 6. So it increments 6 plus 1, which is 7, then prints. So 7 is printing. So this is the example. By example, we can see that post decrement, the value of A is first, used first, then it's decremented. So let's assume that there is A minus minus. Here A is 5. So before in post decrement, what happened? Value of A is used first. So 5. It prints 5. Then in a pre-decrement, the value of A is decremented first, then it's used. So what is the value of 5? The value of A, it's 5. Then decremented first. Value of A is decremented first. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So 4. So it brings 4. So that's all about increment and decrement operators, which is very, very important in C language. So we will go to our compiler and then just write a program and see what it. Yeah. So there we write int a equal to 5 semicolon. After that, printf function. So there we write a before increment. So before increment, percentage %d, which is the format specifier, and then a semicolon. So this is before increment. So for incrementing a value, post increment, for incrementing a value, we write just a plus plus. Then after that, a after increment. So a after increment, percentage %d slash n for next line, then a. After that, we use decrement operator. So printf a before decrement percentage %d slash n, the next a. So there we print a minus, there we write a minus minus for post decrement. So then we will print after the decrement. So a, oh my god, sorry. A after decrement percentage %d, which is the format specifier, and then next a. So then we will run the program. So let's see what is given. So a before increment is 5. So before a is incremented, its value is 5. A after increment, it's 6. Okay. A before decrement, it's 6. And a after decrement, it's 5. So it's pretty easy, I think. So next, dive into the next topic, which is the unary plus and unary minus. So let's start with two most common unary operators, which is unary plus and unary minus. These are pretty straightforward. Like unary plus does not actually change the value, but unary minus will negate it. Making it negative, it's positive, and or vice versa. So unary plus, it returns the value of the operand unchanged. It does not change the sign of the value. Okay, but unary minus, it negates the value of the operand, changes the sign of the operand, like this example. You can see that int a equal to 5. After that, int b equal to unary minus a. So the value of b became -5. After that, in C equal to class A. Like class A does not change the sign of the value. So this is the difference between unary plus and unary minus. With a coding, so there we write in A, then into B equal to 10. After that, I write printf function. So printf x with unary plus x with unary plus is what? Percentage D. This is the formal specifier for printing value. And next, x plus x. This is the unary plus. The next printf y with unary minus. Percentage D, which is the formal specifier. So the slash n, then minus x. So semicolon. After that, return 0. See what? Let's see. Okay, main function. No, it's. Oh no 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 no. I'm printing x, but it's printing b, then a. Okay. So the unary plus is 5 and unary minus is -10. So let's check that unary plus is does not change the sign of the value, but unary minus change the sign of the value. So this is the difference of unary plus and unary minus. Next. After that, we will talk about logical NOT. So this operators works with Boolean values. So it flips true and false and vice versa. So let's check it out. Like the logical NOT operator is used to negate a Boolean value. Boolean value is what? Boolean value is 0 or 1. It is computer value. And it converts a non-zero value to 0, false, or 0 value to 1, true. So like an example, we can see that int a equal to 0, printf percentage is slash n, negation of a. So negation of a will print 1 because it is logical NOT that is given. So let's check with a program. Let's just give there. Yeah. With the negation of a. Yeah. Negation of b. So let's check it out. There we have to also give negation of a and negation of b. So let's check it out. So negation of a is 1 and negation of b is 0. Address of operator. So finally, we have the important unary operator, which is address of operator. So it is used in pointer in C And we can also we use this symbol in scanf function. So in scanf function, we also use address operator. So the best we can see. So the address of operator is used to get into the memory address of a variable. It's the commonly used when working with pointer. So what is pointer? We see on the previous lesson that pointer is a variable which prints the address of another variable. So address of operator is also used to get the memory address of the variable. It is commonly used in pointer. So you can see that int a equal to 5. After that, int was start with p equal to so after that int p equal to ampersand a. So p is now hold the address of a. So let's check it out with the program. Don't wait, don't waste the time. Let's go to the programming part. So here we write int star ptr equal to address of operator a. So after that address of so addresses, when they check that. That's it for today, guys. This is today's tutorial about the operators, only the unary operators. In next time, we will talk about binary operator and ternary operator. And if you found this helpful, make sure to hit the like button